Hello everybody and welcome to Buttered Gaming. I'm Buttered Toast the Third, and today I'm going to be doing Java for Beginners episode 12. Now I did manage to have my mic muted while I was doing this the first time, so here we go. Java for Beginners episode 12. We're going to be doing some basic GUI. We're going to be displaying an image using the GUI features. So today's episode is the second to last episode for our video or our series here. Now the GUI I'm showing you here is the window is basically what the GUI is, what I was saying there. And most of the programs we've done before have been in the console, but today we're going to start showing you how to do it in a window. The console ones are text-based versus the GUI, which is this window-based. GUI stands for Graphic User Interface or Graphical User Interface, one of the two. Just to let you know, and I think right here I'm talking about how you need to import the classes, and I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to be importing some swing, some classes from the swing package and some classes from the AWT package, which stands for the Abstract Windowing Toolkit, which is kind of the older one, but you still have to kind of use some of those for the swing. Alright, so I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of sitting here. Not doing anything. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to start importing the classes here. I'm going to type import necessary GUI classes, and we're going to come in here and we're going to look at the Jframe first. So we're going to import JavaX any second now. JavaX.swing.jframe. Going to end that, and then we're also going to need an image icon to display our image today. We're going to import javax.swing.imageIcon. And you gotta be careful of the spelling on these. There are capitalizations. And we're also going to import javax.swing.jlabel to hold our image icon. We're going to import java.awt.container. Now this is one of those older ones that I was telling you about that we need to utilize here. Alright, so now we're going to come down here, and like all other classes, we're going to need to create instances of the classes that I just imported. So as you see, I'm typing that out right now. And we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the Jframe first. So Jframe, and then you need your name of the Jframe. So in this case, we're just going to be calling it frame, just because that is... we're not going too in-depth today, so we're just going to call it frame. And I believe here is where I get another interruption, so we're just going to have to bear with me a second here while I figure this out. Alright, so here we go. Frame equals new, keyword new, of course, and Jframe, and we're going to have our little parentheses for our parameters, and we're not going to be putting any parameters in the Jframe today. So there's that, and I'm going to put a little comment here, and I'm going to say the Jframe is basically the window that everything is displayed in, although you cannot, it's this little outside thing I'm showing you here. It's the thing that kind of holds the title and the exit buttons and the minimize buttons and everything, and you can't really just stick things right in the Jframe. You have to have what is called a pack and a content pane, which I will show you later. And right now we're going to be doing the image icon, and we're going to image icon and then of course the name of it, and we're not going too in depth again, so icon equals new image icon, and then right now we're going to put our parentheses, and we are going to have some parameters here, and we're going to stick those parameters inside quotation marks because it is a string literal, and we're going to be putting the name of our image. So as you can see, I have my image over there, and I put it inside the Java project that I have. For those of you using Eclipse, you can just go Windows Explorer, drag it over there, or Finder if you're using a Mac, and it should ask you if you want to copy or link to those files. I just copied the files, and then it's in there. For those of you who are not using Eclipse, just put it in the same folder. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to put the name, in this case example. I'm going to type it out here any second. Alright. and then you're going to dot and then the extension of whatever it is, and in this case it's a PNG file, so I'm going to be writing out example.png, and I don't know what's really happening. I'm just kind of sitting here right now. Again, I don't think I was interrupted again. Maybe I was. I don't really know what's going on. I thought there was only 2 interruptions. Alright, so here we go. Highlighting stuff and going to put them in the parentheses. Yes, okay. And we're going to type out example.png any moment now. Example, okay, I'm showing you what I'm doing. So example.png, we're going to come over example dot and then extension png. So there you go. And that's I'm going to put a little comment here, and it's going to say an icon holding an image, and it's not the you can't directly put an image into there. You got to have this icon holding the image, kind of. I mean, it's a little awkward and a little annoying almost to do this, but that's the way it's got to happen. So next we're doing the Jlabel, and what this is going to do is it's going to hold the icon, and then you're going to put the Jlabel onto your content pane. So Jlabel, and then we're going to have a name, and we just called it label because again we're not going too in depth. And it equals a new Jlabel, and we're going to put our parentheses, and we're going to put in some parameters, and in this case we're going to put our image icon in there. So we're just going to put the name of the image icon, which I just highlighted there, which is just icon, and there we go. Put a little comment here. This is what is going to display the icon, which is holding our image. So I mean, you gotta kind of go through a lot of hoops here, and it is kind of tedious, but you gotta do it. So that's how that's working. I'm just kind of showing you the hierarchy here. You cannot put stuff directly into the Jframe, and so now we're going to be doing the container, which is going to get our content pane, which is where we're going to be displaying all this information. So container, and then you're going to do a container name, and in this case we're going to be using it to put a content pane into our frame. So content pane is the name that we gave it, equals, and in this case we're not going to be using the new keyword. We're going to say our Jframe name, so which in this case is just frame, and then dot get content pane, which is a method of the object that we created. And then I'm going to put a little comment here. This is content pane, is where everything is going to be displayed. So it's going to be labels or text fields, buttons, whatever, will be displayed within the program. So everything in there, I'm just showing you that's where the content pane is if this was programmed in Java. So that's where that is. And then I go ahead and open that back up, and I show you what's going on with that. So then we come down, and we're going to make it actually display things, because if we just ran it right now, it wouldn't actually display anything. I don't know what I was highlighting there, but okay, I guess. So right now what I'm trying to do here is we're going to add a label to the content pane, and so we're going to type out our container name. So content pane dot we're going to add a label, so content pane dot add. I should be doing it any minute now. Let's go. I'm just showing you again how it's holding everything. Dot add, and then it wants me to put in a component, and we'll put in a label for that, which is the name of our Jlabel. So we're passing in a label into the content pane is basically what's going on there. And I put a little comment, and this will add the label into the content pane so it can be displayed. Alright, so next we're going to be looking at the default close operation for the frame. And that's basically what happens when the little red X is clicked on Windows computers, and not really sure how it works on Macs with Java programs. But in any rate, we're going to put the frame name, which in this case is just frame, and then we're going to dot set default close operation, and then our parentheses with our parameters in it. And as you can tell, it's trying to get me to put in an operation there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the frame name again, Jframe, dot exit underscore on underscore close, and it's going to tell me it's wrong because I didn't put it all uppercase like I'm supposed to. And there I just fixed it. So exit on close, and basically what that's going to do is it's going to make it so that it closes the entire program when I click the X. Now I put a little comment here, and I expand on this comment a little bit later, but this determines the behavior of the frame when the little red X is clicked, or when the frame is closed, I guess is how I put it here. Now I kind of start putting more stuff in, but then I kind of change my mind and I say, oh, okay, let's put this down here, and then I make it into a new like multi-line comment. You can also use, this is where I put in the other ones you can use for that. Hide on close, dispose on close, and do nothing on close is what I put here. Now the hide on close, what that's going to do is it's going to make it so that the frame is closed, but it still exists in your computer's memory. And that means that the program's just basically going to be running in the background. In the case of this program, there's no point to that at all because all it's doing is displaying an image. As for dispose on close, what that's going to do is it's going to close just that one frame, and it's not going to close the entire program. It's just going to close that one frame, and it's going to dispose it out of the memory of the computer. So it's not going to close everything in that program, but it will close that one. And then do nothing on close. What that's going to do is it's going to make it so that when the little red X is clicked, nothing at all is going to happen. All right, so then I go kind of down here and I say, I created this pack thing. What that's basically doing is it's kind of wrapping everything up in the frame, and it's kind of, I say it's like another layer in the frame, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. See, I'm having a little trouble right here putting what I want to put down, and so that's what I put there, and then yeah, so that's how that works. All right, so moving on, we're going to make it whether or not this frame is going to be visible for users to view, and we're going to put true on there, frame.setVisible true, and that makes it so that the frame is visible. If you wanted the frame to be invisible, you put false. I'm not really sure why you would want the frame to be invisible, because then you just wouldn't even use a frame as far as I know, but hey, there it is. Alright, so then I'm gonna go ahead and run this for you, and as you'll see, I pull up this frame here, and all it's just doing is showing this image, and there is no title, there's no really anything in there. We're just showing you the basic components of what's going on, and you can see it's showing a BG on a red background. That's basically what the image is. You can go to GitHub to see that, and then I show you, this closes it. As you can see down here, it says terminated in the console. So if I came up to the program and I changed exit on close to hide on close, and then I ran it again, you can see down in the thing it's running, in the console it's running, so then when I close it, you can see it's still running, and I have to go over and manually stop the program. So then I come back over here and I change it back to exit on close, and then I end it. So that's pretty much all I have for the video, really. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I did okay with that. Hopefully the audio isn't too messed up. So I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you come again next time. Well, I hope you liked the video. If you did, you can click on the previous general upload to see a Magic the Gathering video, or you can click on the previous general upload video if you haven't seen the previous upload in this playlist, which is episode 11 of Java for Beginners.